Alrighty, continuing my wonderful adventure of reviewing books I've read recently. This is gonna be a short one. The Grimm Conclusion by Adam Gidwitz. I'm good at last names. I'm gonna start by saying I liked this one a lot more than I liked the first in this series. And yes, somehow I missed the second in the series. And no, that's not a problem in this series. They're loosely connected at best. In the Grimm Conclusion, we follow two children, Joringel and Jorinda, while they traipse through several Grimm's-style fairy tales, starting with being born from their mother making a wish on a juniper tree, Joringel dying, Jorinda becoming queen, Jorinda dying, a visit to hell, and a kingdom of children. A lot of the elements I disliked in the first of this series do exist in this book. The narrator cuts in far too often. He often sounds like a version of Lemony Snicket who lacks empathy. Weird little details are just wrong. It often feels patronizing, but the sudden twist to the meta makes all these details work better here. Metaphysical, metaphorical, metatheatrical. These were not places I expected a kid's book to go. And in so going, the book directly addresses things I never would have expected it to. In places, it made me a bit uncomfortable because it is just so straightforward about it. And it was ham-fisted, but it's a book for children, so they need some ham-fisted metaphors to get it sometimes. And I must admit that fairy tales are actually a great venue for discussing trauma and abuse. This book directly addresses child abuse, neglect, depression, and mourning. All the while, it keeps its silly, playful tone. As an adult reading it, I was impressed, but not necessarily moved. And I think I'm too old to judge whether 7- and 8-year-olds would find this cathartic and helpful, but it was a fun, quick read, if nothing else.